11 of them things.
All right, welcome to episode 11 of the Off Work Podcast. So we have a guest, Cashe.
Hello.
Government, or what do we do? We call you Cashe?
Yeah, you call me Cashe. Yeah. I was going to say my other nickname, but no.
All right. Drew, how you been, dog?
Oh, and my son might pop up. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. What's up, son? Drew, how you been, dog?
Good, man.
It doesn't matter how you been. Go and shut your mouth, you jabroni. Had to bring back the rock, dog.
You don't know how to act, dog. You just sitting there quiet, dog.
How was your Father's Day weekend, Jorel?
I'm scared to answer now. Nah, it was good, bro. It was good, man. I had the opportunity to spend time with the kids, bro. It was lovely. Shout out to all those fathers, man, that had the opportunity to spend time with their kids. Shout out to all the dads who, like I said, go above and beyond for their children. You know, even the guys who are not dads who stepped into that father figure role and take care of those kids, you know.
Shout out to the Steph Currys out there, dog. Shout out to Steph Curry, bro.
And it was Juneteenth.
Yeah, Juneteenth. Absolutely. Friday. Last Friday was Juneteenth.
Yeah, bro. Like this was like the first Father's Day weekend where like my daughter, she knew what was going on. So it was like it was really felt like my first Father's Day, to be honest with you. Like she made me a card and really got to hang out and stuff like that. So it was cool. It was cool. Anything else? Oh, yeah, I went to Austin this weekend too, dog. Had a good time, bro.
Yeah, Austin was fun.
Had a good time, dog. Like the weather's so much better than Houston.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, yo, shout out to Perry, dog. Perry hit me up over the I think it was Sunday or Monday. He hit me up and chatted with him a little bit. But shout out to Perry King, dog.
Yeah, P. Yeah, he hit me up. But Perry, dog. One thing about Perry, he be out and about. So with the social distancing, dog, like I didn't want to like link up with him. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He be around too many people, bro. I'm sorry.
You know how Texas, how Texas giving it up right now, dog, for COVID-19.
And I'm a teacher, so I don't know like how it's gonna work with us. Them expecting us to be at work, July 30th, dog, with the numbers rising and stuff like that. So I don't know, but hey, let's get to it, dog.
Sure.
Y'all ready to get to it?
Let's get to it.
Everybody good? So over the weekend, I know you be on Twitter, Cashe, right?
Yeah, I be on.
So what happened with J. Cole and No Name? Like, give us the synopsis of what went down.
Okay, I'm trying to be non-biased in it. So essentially, you need a little backstory, but not much. So No Name, she originally had, her own little radical thoughts, but it was kind of off kilter. So people were like, girl, do your Googles, like, you don't know what you're talking about. So she literally did her Googles and started like a book club, like digging like deep into like Black radical thought. So right after George Floyd was murdered, I think she made a tweet like talking about how rappers, make albums about Black plight, but they're not really out there doing nothing. Said no names. Literally, that's the biggest thing. Homegirl said no names. She just said, y'all favorite rappers. In the middle of the night, J. Cole drops a little song, a little soliloquy. And he's talking about like, yeah, we don't need to outwoke each other. Like, I feel you, queen. You so smart, but could you not be so mean? Like, everybody could tell he was talking about No Name, even though she literally never said any names.
Right. So I'm gonna interject really quick because these are the lyrics right here. Really quick. It says, my IQ is average. There's a young lady out there. She way smarter than me. I scrolled through her timeline in these wild times, and I started to read. She mad at these crackers. She's mad at these capitalists. Mad at these murder police. She mad at She mad at our ignorance. She wear her heart on her sleeve. She mad at the celebrities. Low key, I be thinking she talking about me.
See, the thing that got me, I'm gonna be all the way real, dog. The lyric that got me is when this dude said, if I could make one more suggestion respectfully, I would say it's more effective to treat people like children, understanding the time and love and patience that needed to grow. You're 36 years old, J. Cole, dog. Like, you're not bro. Like, 36, my G.
Dog, nah. I gotta rep for Cole on this one, dog. People blew this way out of proportion. Way out of proportion. First of all, he's coming to her saying, "Hey, he's open to be educated." Like he's admitting himself. Like, yeah, I need to know more. I need to learn more. So he was coming from a place of, instead of trying to bash me, why don't you help teach me? Why don't you help show me the way instead of bashing me?
Right, and I'm not letting No Name get that off too, because like when Mike Brown got shot, J. Cole showed up in Ferguson to the protests and to the rallies. When certain situations happened in Fayetteville, J. Cole showed up and was at protests and at rallies. When the George Floyd situation happened, I'm not sure if he was in Minnesota or if he showed up to another rally in Fayetteville and in support.
He was at one of the protests.
Though. Yeah, in support of Black Lives Matter. But y'all keep calling out J. Cole as if he's in the wrong on this. J. Cole has always been about the people. J. Cole in numerous songs has talked about social injustice and has talked about things that are going on in our community.
But that's the biggest thing. She didn't say his name. She literally didn't say his name. I even looked at it like, technically every rapper is talking about black plight. Lil Baby, like all the trap rappers, because they talking about poverty is black plight. So literally it could have been anybody. And if he knows I'm out there and I've marketed myself as this conscious rapper, I'm doing these shows based off of the, industrial prison complex, then no one was talking to you, bruh. Like, why'd you come and drop this? Like, who said your name?
Low key, she thinks she was talking about Kendrick.
I honestly would have went more towards Kendrick.
So basically, J. Cole got his panties in a bunch. He thought he personalized it and ran with it, basically.
Pretty much.
My thing is this, dog, because like I said in a previous podcast, is this crazy to me how J. Cole, his audience was contingent upon was college-educated black women. That's most of his fan base.
Yeah.
So he makes one mistake, quote unquote, and then we're canceling J. Cole. And there needs to be a discussion.
That's the thing too. No one said let's cancel J. Cole. Everyone said J. Cole. Nobody got to hold your hand.
Twitter was all over J. Cole. Black people was all over J. Cole.
I'm on Twitter. Everyone was like, bruh, don't nobody need to be nice to you. Bruh, how you saying you don't read books, but every single song is about I owe Sally Mae because I read books. Like, people was like, J. Cole, is it Uchi Wally or is it one mic? Like, no one was like, oh, cancel J. Cole, get him out of here. It's like, bruh, what you mean? Like, is it all a facade? Like, who are you?
So you think J. Cole is fronting for the people, essentially?
If he's in a dropping lyrics saying like, I don't read books, I don't know much about it, can you help me? But your whole career has said otherwise because you've been on the forefront of things. Is it all an act? Or is it all shallow?
But let's keep it a bean, though. Let's keep it a bean. We all went to college. Some of the dumbest people I know got degrees. And just because you went to college doesn't mean you read books once you get out of college. So,
well, I think there's a common misconception that just because you're college educated means that you're informed. That doesn't necessarily mean that. And in regards to this specific subject, J. Cole was actually being transparent and saying that he wasn't informed on enough to be able to speak about this topic.
So here's my thing. Then why make the song? Like, he said a whole bunch of nothing in that song.
But he said it though. He was informing individuals that he wasn't informed.
He was
speaking for a lot of black men though. Like, a lot of black men feel just like that. We're like, I'm open to be educated, but I'll be honest that I don't know a lot about these things. So
they just don't have.
I felt like he was just coming from that point of view.
Okay, so do we? Okay, so let's change it up a little bit. Let's look at it from this perspective. Do we expect white people? Do you expect us to educate white people on the plights of blacks in America?
No.
So why should we expect for women to educate J. Cole about their thing?
I never made that.
Especially a woman that started a book club. She tweets out the list every bus.
To be honest, for me, I think it's important to educate white people. If a white person is open to being educated about it and they want to learn more, why wouldn't we give them the information. I don't understand.
Surface level, but I'm not gonna constantly give you a fucking syllabi. Like that's not my job. Like I can say, hey, check out this, but I'm not gonna hold your hand. Like,
but Cashe, in all fairness, I don't think J. Cole was asking for that.
Yeah.
It was just this one instance. Y'all acting like he's done this his entire career. It's one song.
But at a very pivotal moment in seeming very directed. Because people will go again to, No Name's tweet didn't have no names in it. Honestly, was very general. This nigga damn near pretty much said, hey, you sis over there with the red dashiki and the green shirt that be rapping at the open mic on Tuesdays. Like, he damn near said everything but her name. Like,
so,
it was
could
you not do this?
So then how do you feel about the No Name response?
Honestly, with that, I honestly wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have done it, to be honest. I wouldn't have even responded because I never said your name.
Because I felt like that was low of her too, because she threw out a shot and basically apologized and took it back.
Yes, it was like, honestly, both of them looking goofy in the light. Like, what are y'all really doing?
See, my thing is they should have had a discussion behind the scenes. Like, you should have called her up. Like, I feel like, especially with the climate, what's going on with in this country, I feel like we shouldn't be fighting amongst a mixed crowd.
Yeah.
Like, this is not the time for us to have that dichotomy within our race. I understand it. I get it, which leads me to my question for you, right? So, and this is the main reason why we got Cashe on this podcast. So I feel like it would be very irresponsible for three men to have this discussion without a black woman being present. So there's been a lot of things going around saying that a lot of black women saying that black men do not protect them. Now, when I look at it, right, and this is my perspective. I look at it from everything starts at home, right? Mm-hmm. So I ask my sisters, like, do you feel protected by black men? If they don't, then that means that they don't feel protected by myself as their brother, and they don't feel protected by my father, right? So when I asked a lot of black women this, I thought it was more so like the physical protection. But a lot of them say it's more so like checking on them emotionally, like supporting them at work, supporting them while raising kids.
So the mental health aspect, essentially.
But my thing is like this: is that it's like the black on black crime thing? Is it like propaganda? Like, do women across all races feel that way? Like Arab women, do they feel that way about Arab men? Like, how's this work? And do you feel protected by black men personally?
So that one, I feel like what I've seen a lot of women say, like, I feel exactly that same way. That it's like, in my personal sphere, like, I don't get how black women are saying they don't feel protected, because I do. But I even try to look at it a different way, because I was raised by a single father and I have 5 brothers. So
shout out to your dad, by the way.
Weird.
Yeah, that's huge.
Shout out to your dad. Shout out to your dad. Real talk.
Pretty amazing, yeah.
Islams too. He
has date Sunday, so give it props. But yeah, for that. But it was just weird to me, because I was like, I feel protected by black men, like in my personal life. But I can't honestly say when I look at it to where I felt like if I saw a white woman or an Asian woman going through something, and how I feel like, their male counterparts in their ethnic group will probably come to them more. I feel like black men don't necessarily do that. Like how we talk about how, black men say, well, my mama, my sister. And it's like, why not any black woman? Because if I saw something happening with you, I'm gonna stop. People always mention that black women, we cut for all black people. I see something going on, I'm gonna step up, I'm gonna say something. Niggas make memes about, the look your girl give the server when your food wrong. Like, we gonna step up, but vice versa. I don't think any random black man is guaranteed to do that for me. And that's what hurts us. Because I wouldn't second guess it. I wouldn't care who you are. I'm gonna step up. But black men that don't know me, he gonna be like, should I bother? Like, he's gonna question, like, the retort. You're not my mama, you're not my sister, you're not my cousin.
Let me ask you a question. Why do you think that is, though?
I really think it's really one of the current buzzwords is performative. It's so much that you guys have tied in with male camaraderie that it's kind of like sometimes it's like, you know, I'm not gonna go out my way because like how am I gonna look to this black man? Some men might say, oh, you a simp, you doing that because you want her acknowledgement. Or it's like, oh, like why you nosy? That's a woman's trait. Like you don't know them specifically, go about your business. Or, you know, you need to protect yourself, worry about yourself. What happens if you go over there? It's so much about how will another male view this and what should I do in response to that male viewpoint?
Yeah.
Man, I feel that.
And that brings me to a personal story. Like I was pulling out I probably told Drew and Jarel this. But I was pulling out of my school from work, and I saw like two people like fighting, and it looked like two guys. I was like, they was throwing down, and I get closer, and it's a dude like hitting on a woman. So I immediately like hopped out the car to try to like, you know, stop the situation from going further, because I can't see a man do that. You know what I mean? So I hopped out the car, and they dispersed, and you know, I told one of my friends about it. He was like that was brave of you, and I'm like, that's a natural instinct. And he was like, well, what if they would have jumped on you and messed you up? I didn't even look at it, you know, from that perspective. You put yourself in danger. You got kids. But it goes back to, you know, what you said. A lot of times people think, oh, that has nothing to do with me. That's them. And I think black people have this mindset, the mind your business type of mindset a lot too, across, you know, both men and women. So,
But I think that's also a little difficult too, because like, where's the line? Like, where's the line between minding your business and where's the line that me to be able to know that I need to step in and, you know, I mean, obviously there's some things that are blatant that we need to step in for, and there's some things that's like, well, I don't know, just like the situation that Jarvis just gave, kind of like, we don't want to see, you know, any man for that instance. I don't give a damn about race hitting on a woman, but at the same time, like, is it my job to step in and be like, yo, like, chill, like, because like,
look at it like this, Jorel. This is how I kind of look at it. Your daughter. So picture if someone was doing that to your daughter and another older black man was around. I would expect him to, you know, step up to the plate.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, it's crazy. I just hope it doesn't turn into like that whole toxic 2019. Everything's toxic. So I hope we don't feel protected. I hope that is not the case. And women, like, you know, us as men, we have to figure out what we need to do so women can feel protected across the board. Point blank period.
Well, not only that, though, I think there's a lot of division amongst the black community anyway. You know, I mean, we are, so like now, you know, protecting black women is a thing. And then, you know, prior to that, we had the whole light skin versus dark skin. Oh, you're light skin, like, you know, we ain't chilling with you, or you're not a part of, you know, you're not black enough, or whatever the case may be. Like, certain things like that is divisive, especially in our community. And I think that we need to stop having those conversations about, oh, you're too light skinned, or you act like you're not black enough. Like, I think we need to start having those conversations, and we need to stop that in order for individuals to be able to be comfortable in coming out and being open about their blackness.
And see, I was ignorant to that light skin, dark skin stuff, dog, because I thought it was just, you know, a thing that we did in America due to, you know, our past ancestors as slaves. But I had like friends from, you know, East Africa and Puerto Rico, Panama. Like, they said the same thing there. Like, if the lighter you are, the better it is, quote unquote, that you're received.
Yeah,
it's like that in more cultures, just besides black people. Yeah. Like, there's like Asian cultures and things like that as well that like try to make like the lighter is like looked as better.
Yeah, see, but the thing is, what we do, dog, is we take it and we make a meme out of it, and we try to make it funny. And it's like, yeah, it's funny at the time, but like, it's the impact of it is actually more detrimental than what you think. You know what I'm saying? So
I've been in relationships with dark-skinned women, and I didn't really understand how real, like how deep it was until like being in those relationships, and that, you know, them crying about it and talking about like their childhood and being picked on. So I mean, like, we got to do better all across the board. And it starts at home. Like, kids don't, like, I have a 4-year-old and 2-year-old. They don't look at complexion, bro, at all. Like, where's this from? So when they get to school, and other parents is feeding that bullshit in their minds, and that's where it stems from, bro, unfortunately.
Yeah, straight up.
So speaking of bullshit, we want to talk about albums that were good at the time that they were released, but after listening to it in 2020, they did not age well. So who gonna start it off?
Whichever one of y'all is comfortable, dog.
I'll go.
Go ahead, Drew. What you got?
So for today's selection, we gonna go with no other than Young Jeezy. Motivation 101, dog.
All right, dog.
Self Motivation 101?
That's a dog. You're ODing.
Right? like hold on.
What?
Back. Like it's a classic. Like it's a moment in time. I literally remember when it dropped. Period.
And listen, Cash, I totally agree. That summer, literally, that's the only album. I remember me and my boy Conley rolling that whole summer. That's the only album we played. That shit had it on repeat.
On that, dog. I
had it on repeat. I'm telling you, it was a moment in time. Like, it was great. Like, nothing could beat it at that point.
You sure you ain't talking about Self Motivation 103?
Nah. 101, dog. When I tell you, when I be having my shit on shuffle, dog, whenever a song from that album comes up.
No, that's bullshit. I'm looking at this track list right now. That's bullshit. This shit, it has Air Forces on it. It has Soul Survivor up there.
Yeah, dude, you're proving my point. I don't want to hear Air Forces.
Because I'm a rider. Yeah, I'm a soul survivor. Chill.
No, that's a classic.
You're in the alley.
I don't want to hear Air Forces in 2020, dog. I don't want to hear Air Forces in 2020.
Why?
Because I don't care about it. I don't want to hear. That's like I don't want to listen to Air Force Ones by Nelly. I don't want to hear about that right now.
Not the same thing, dude.
Right.
They're both about the same shoe.
It's not. This boy don't know what Thug Motivation. Can y'all boys tell this boy what the Young Jeezy Snowman T-shirt stood for? Nelly and Young Jeezy are not the same.
Oh
what?
My gosh.
Listen,
he's talking about drugs. Not talking about shoes.
Hey, listen, dog.
Listen, I ain't no street nigga, so maybe I missed the boat.
That's my point. That's my point. I'm a suburbs kid. I'm a suburbs guy, and that album made me want to sell drugs, dog. Like, what a connect! What a connect that, dog. Come on, man. Like that made me like want to sell drugs, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But
I think that's good. We just coming out talking about the black community, how we need to uplift each other. You talk, I'm trying to get on the block, dog. What you talking about, bro?
I mean, but we for all black people though. Black Lives Matters, including the trappers. So we're gonna celebrate the trappers with the Motivation 101.
All I'm saying, listen, all right. I'm not saying it's trash. I'm just saying it's not. It doesn't hit the same as it did back then. Like
I just listened to that 2 weeks ago, and it still slapped. I was lit in the crib.
Damn. I gotta go back and listen. I haven't heard it in a minute, but
look, I want to make my point clear. It's not trash. It's not by any means. I'm not crazy. I'm just saying that putting it on today, it just don't have the same effect. That's all I'm saying.
No, I think that album's the prequel to what we hear right now in a sense. Like the whole trap rap. It's the prequel that the heavy on the 808s. You know?
It could
yeah,
not. I mean,
it's a stretch.
I feel like T.I. Urban Legend, and then his previous album before that was more so of the sound that we hear now.
Or Lil Wayne, Kanye, and Drake. Yeah.
So speaking of Drake, that's what I'm rolling with. I'm rolling with Thank Me Later. Drew, that album fucking sucks now.
Yeah.
That album fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Dog, Thank Me Later sucks, Drew.
To say it sucks is crazy.
Drew,
to say it sucks
Thank Me Later sucks. Thank Me Later sucks. It sucks.
You can thank me later and remove yourself from the pod, dog. You talking crazy right now.
No, listen, I'm a Drake fan. All right.
No, you're not. You're not. You're not. You're not a Drake fan.
No, listen,
bro, you're done.
I'm a Drake fan, dog. I'm
done
probably more critical of Drake than any other artist, dog.
Give me your OVO chain, nigga. Give me that shit right now, boy. You're done, dog. You're not with the crew no more. All right?
No, it's not a good album, dog. The production didn't age well. Like, the features weren't all that, with the exception of Fireworks. You got him and Jay there, which is cool, but it's just not.
All right, I agree. It's one of his. If you're ranking his albums, it's near the.
At Drake's catalog, between Thank Me Later and More Life, those are his two worst albums.
And I agree with you.
Thank Me Later is easily up there because of the production.
Listen, I agree with you. It's at the bottom of his catalog, but to say it sucks is when you ODing. I agree it's at the bottom of his catalog, but it doesn't suck.
Listen,
there's a lot of skippers up there.
I'm gonna shoot Jorel some bail, dog. I tried to listen to that like maybe at the beginning of the year, dog. I could not get through it, dog. It was
listen to it.
It's lackluster as fuck. Like,
it's bad. It's bad.
Like,
it's bad.
Y'all crazy.
And listen, dog. I'm gonna name my album, bro. So, College Dropout, bro. I'm sorry. I listened to Kanye's workout plan. Thanks for Kanye's workout plan.
Thank you.
No one wants to live a tight ass. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7.
I'm done.
And I rode the plane. I rode the plane. I said that was bullshit, like, dog.
That shit was trash, dog. That shit was trash. No, College Dropout, like, we just go.
But okay, almost every album has a bad song. So
no, there were multiple bad songs up there. Let's not do that.
Yeah.
But it also had classic songs.
It did. Jesus Walk was up there.
Yeah.
What else? What was the joint with what is it? Damn.
Spaceship?
Huh?
Slow Jams?
No. Slow Jams wasn't up there.
Yes, it was.
Hey,
what?
y'all.
Yeah.
Slow Jams was on College Dropout?
Yeah.
I thought that was on late registration.
No.
Hey, guys, you know we have a phone, right? You know this stuff can be looked up.
Right.
These boys trying to go off memory, dog.
Hold on, dog. I'm about to look at Kanye, the College Dropout.
Listen, dog.
Yeah, Slow Jams is up there, dog. Y'all are ODing.
See, my thing is this.
Two songs.
My thing is this, dog. When Kanye dropped College Dropout, it was like hip hop was so geared towards like gangster shit, like 50 Cent. Like everybody had to be a tough guy. And when Kanye dropped College Dropout, it was like a breath of fresh air, dog. Just to be honest with you. But the skits were even funny too. My dad has degrees, but keep me warm. That's right. I might be homeless, but you know what? I have my degrees. And my dad, he left me degrees.
The little Jimmy shit, dog. Yeah, terrible.
Bro, to me, the only bad songs on there is the Workout Plan and Breathe In, Breathe Out. Those are the only two bad songs on it for me.
So Slow Jams is up there. Through the Wire is up there. Jesus Walks, All Falls Down.
Come on now. Those are all classic records. Y'all are ODing.
And then everything else on the album.
4 out of 21 tracks, Drew.
Forgettable.
Spaceships?
I like School Spirit either. That shit was corny.
Hey.
We're just saying, we're not saying that College Dropout sucked. We're just saying it didn't.
Yeah,
Thank Me Later did suck.
Classic, like I thought it was.
Thank Me Later did suck, though. It does suck. It sucks. Yes, it does.
Guess it's my turn now.
Go ahead.
So my pick is the Great White Hype's Marshall Mathers LP, because why did we let this dude get his diary off? Like, it hit back then, because low-key, you might have kind of sided with the whole emo phase. You feel a little angsty yourself, but it was like, this nigga low-key should have immediately went to therapy. Like, this was a sick kid getting his diary off.
Listen, and it's corny too. Like, some lines are corny. Yeah, you want to wash my mouth? Well, guess what? I'm gonna cut my fucking eyeballs off and I'm gonna tape them to my mouth. I'm sitting there like,
honestly, though, it was like,
the thing is, for album
live out Twisted Metal on your ass, like,
for an album to fall off, it got to be good at some point, though.
People did think,
but it was good though. Like,
but then the
you gotta give it its honors for the
moment.
Did
it go diamond?
Some shit like that. Like honestly, I still damn near know every lyric, but it's like I'm like
it went diamond from white people.
Okay, Drew. You stretch it.
Come on, don't go there.
I will give you this.
What you mean?
Obviously, Eminem has a large white following, but let's not act like black people didn't buy that.
Exactly.
I'm just saying the reason
it like niggas did not fuck with Marshall Mathers.
I'm not saying I never did, but I'm saying the reason it went diamond is because it's for white people.
But my thing is, it came out like Stan was in there. The Way I Am, Real Slim Shady. Like it had hits on it, so that's why it resonated with a lot of people to call it.
Nobody is playing any of those songs today.
Yeah, it did go diamond. 5 million copies worldwide, making one of the best-selling albums of all time, was certified diamond by the Recording Industry Association of America.
Because of white people.
Wild.
Let's just be real, dog. It's because of white people. There's white people who don't even listen to rap, and they say they like Eminem because he's white. Let's be real, fellas.
I'm gonna let you get that off.
Right, like okay, you got
facts, dog. They only support him because he's the white rapper. At that
time, was he the best lyrical rapper at that time?
In 2000?
Yeah.
I don't want to hear lyrics about raping a mama and doing all this shit. I don't want to hear lyrics about that.
Jay-Z was out, and Nas was out too.
But listen, dog. Hey, I'm gonna get some Dre. I'm gonna get some Jay-Z Venom off. And listen, and for the Jay-Z people who watch this, just know that Jay-Z is my second favorite rapper of all time. But I view Jay-Z like I view Derek Jeter in baseball. Like, you could argue at no point in time was Jay-Z the best, like hottest rapper in the game. Jay-Z to stay consistent throughout. Now, let me bring it back. Jay-Z dropped in 96. In 96, the hottest rapper at the time was Tupac. Right? Or Snoop. Right?
I'll give you that.
97, Biggie was the hottest rapper out. 98, we can argue that DMX and Mace were hotter than Jay-Z at the time from 98 to 99. In the 2000s, we can argue that Nelly and Eminem were hotter than Jay-Z at the time. In 2004, we can argue that 50 Cent was hotter than Jay-Z at the time. After that, we can argue that Drake and Lil Wayne was hotter than him. He just stayed consistent.
But what is the hottest rapper in a year have to do anything?
Honestly,
like that isn't like
he's not discrediting his catalog. He's just more so saying that Jay-Z was basically never great at anything. He was just good at everything.
Yeah,
that's what
he's a great lyricist. What do you mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying he was at no point in time. What you can argue at no point in time was he the hottest rapper. That's all I'm trying to say.
But what is that? What are you relating that point?
Because he's the greatest rapper. He's the greatest rapper of all time. But at no point in time was he the hottest.
Yeah, I'm about to say because in 2001, 2002, you can say Ludacris was.
Yeah, but hotness and greatness, they're told two different arguments.
But you don't think that's crazy?
Nah, I don't think so.
Wow.
I mean, but typically, Drew, when you associate Jay-Z, when you associate hip hop with Jay-Z, you think of him as being like the top of the food chain. Basically, what Jarvis was saying was that he was never number one.
In terms of hotness, that's what he's saying. But he's always been one of the greatest, so I don't get it.
Like, but you can't put a number on lyricists. You can't say, oh well,
right.
You can't put a numerical value on that, dog. Like I have a coworker like Jay-Z. He be ODing, dog. He's like, yo, Jay-Z's fucking trash. But for me, you gotta learn how to listen to Jay-Z. Like Jay-Z might say something simple, but there's like a triple entendre with that. You know what I mean? So that's how I view Hov, dog. That's exactly how I view it.
That's
fair.
fair.
Let me ask y'all something, though. Let me ask y'all a question, bro. Have you ever been to like someone's house, preferably of the opposite sex, that was just dirty as fuck? Like, I'm off topic, dog, but like this filthy as fuck, bro. This popped up in my mind, like.
So, dog, y'all know me. Anybody who knows me, dog, knows that I have OCD. I can't go to nobody's toilet, bro. And there was one time, dog, it was a minute ago. I was in college, bro, and I went to this girl's crib, bro, her dorm room. It was disgusting, dog. By far the most fucking disgusting. And, bro, I don't do dirty at all, bro. So, basically, I had to lie to get up out of this situation, bro. I said my stomach hurt, bro, and I had to get the fuck up out of it.
What did she look like?
I ain't gonna let you get that off, but go ahead, man.
What do you mean?
That's typically associated. I hate to say this because I don't like to. 9 times out of 10, a lot of these good-looking women, dog, they don't have the cleanest cribs.
Who?
I said a lot of these women that look very good, dog, they don't have the cleanest cribs.
So the better you look, the worse your crib looks?
I ain't gonna say that. Cashe, don't get no.
But no, because Jarvis knows. When I found out these topics and I found out this one, because some dudes will lie. Some dudes will lie. And I swear, I just gotta get this straight out. Because you're like, it's just, I have. So I'm gonna put the disclaimer that me and this girl, we're not friends anymore. It was something pretty serious. But when we started hanging out initially, she used to always come to my crib, and I didn't worry about it because I keep my house clean. I like the vibes, so we used to hang out. Me and my boyfriend had broke up, so I moved to my grandma's house for a couple months to stack up, rebuild, separate lives. So I started going to her house, and at first I thought, maybe it's a one-off thing. It was a long weekend. It's a little trash. I'm not gonna worry about it. Couple visits continued. It just seemed to get worse because she was living there longer, and she had this style apartment where it was like the living room and kitchen's downstairs, and her room is lofted upstairs, and that's the only bathroom. I kid you not. This was the worst thing ever. As a woman, why am I repeatedly coming to your house and there's no toilet paper? Like, we need toilet paper every time we go. And the thing is, because she's my friend and we hang out, I know that she gets niggas. I know that niggas is coming to
So you basically trying to say that cootie stank. That cootie was stinking.
Seeing this filth. I don't know. I wasn't in that area, but they were fucking with her. So I'm like, fuck it. Niggas is nasty. Like, it was just so bad. Like, dirty clothes, like, dirty underwear. Like, it was bad. I saw, like, stains in her sheets. It was bad. Bad. But she had niggas. I was so
Wait. What you talking about stains? You talking about doo-doo stains?
Look, it was a color in between red and brown, and I did not question it. I glanced, and I said, oh, let me hurry up and go. That was one of my mind my business moments. But I knew it was bad when I decided, you know what? I was in my toxic phase. Let me hit up my ex, see what he doing. We can hang out at old girl's crib. So he's like, I bet my friend's gonna come with me. So I'm thinking like, damn. That's kind of dirty over here. But I was like, she got niggas, so they don't care. This is the only nigga I knew in the time of knowing her that ever had a problem. He had to use the bathroom, so I was like it's upstairs. Like, just go upstairs. When the dude came down, his whole demeanor was different. Like, he asked my ex to come outside. Like, he was gone within like 10, 15 minutes. Like, bro, just hit me up later. And then, like, my ex pulled me to the side and he was like, tell your girl don't ever do that ever again in her life. Like, if that's the friend, I'm not with it. And that was the only dude ever. Because we used to go out to clubs and hang out. And I kid you not. No niggas ever questioned him, but him. I applaud that man.
That's crazy.
It was wild.
Listen, I got a similar story, dog. So, in my journey, I was back on it. I was on the Hinge dating app. So I met a chick on Hinge, whatever. And, Drew, y'all saw her. Like, she looked like a really attractive woman, right? So I go to her crib. And I see like boxes like in the living room, like mad boxes. So I'm like, yo, did you just move here? And she was like, nah, I didn't move here. I've been here for 2 years. And I said, are you about to move? Are you about to move out? And she said, I never got around to take my stuff out the boxes. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'll sit down, we're in her room, whatever, right? And she was like, yeah, man. I said, so what you gonna do later? I'm gonna get some coke, sniff some coke, all types of stuff. I'm sitting there like, so at this point, I'm trying to like plan out my exit strategy or whatever, right? So I go to her bathroom, dog, I see shit stains on top of the toilet seat, right? I take a picture, I send it to Drew. I take a picture, I send it to Drew and Jorel, whatever, right? So I step out, I see like little rat droppings. Like, you know, little pebbles. I'm sitting there like, let me get the hell out of Dodge or whatever, right? So I get out of there, you know what I'm saying? And Drew's like, dog, she look good, dog. You should have stayed over there. She look good. You should have did your thing.
At that point, bro, at that point you already made the trip. You like at that point, what do you mean?
Nah, bro, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, bro.
Gross.
Because think about it, dog. There's probably roaches in there, and if I leave my stuff, like say, you know, we do our thing, I put my clothes on the floor, and like the roaches get in my clothes, like nah,
that's
happening.
Trash.
That's how people pass bed bugs and stuff. Like, come on.
Hey yo, low key, she might have been the first person to have coronavirus, dog. Now I think about that shit. She might have invented that shit. That dirty ass crib.
I'm dead.
That's not where the corona came from, bro. No cap.
For real though, ladies, if y'all want to do your checks on your boy, what y'all do is you go to his bathroom and lift up the toilet seat. If he ain't cleaning underneath the toilet seat, and if it's piss all over it, he dirty. He's nasty. He's a nasty nigga. All right, he's getting that nasty off. That nasty off, straight up.
That's when you ask him, why'd you lift up the toilet seat? I don't get it. What'd you have to lift it up for?
You nasty boy. You a nasty boy.
He's getting his nasty bag, dog. He's getting his nasty bag, dog.
Oh my gosh.
But honestly, dog, like in all the relationships I've been in, I've been the cleaner.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I don't know what that says about the young ladies that I've dealt with, but I'm doing the majority. And most of my friends, they do the majority of the cleaning in their relationship. Like, I really believe that men clean more than women nowadays.
Am I just getting the rejects then? Because in my life, never.
I'm a reject. I ain't clean.
I do not know.
Nah. Not me.
He said, I don't know about the rest of you niggas.
Hey, yo, matter of fact, dog, fun story, dog. We was in college, dog. I'm gonna get this one off, Drew. You set yourself up for the alley, dog.
Dog.
I go to visit Drew and our other homeboy. He was roommates with Webb, dog, in college, dog. And we walked in, and these boys got flies zooming, bro, all up in the motherfucking crib, bro. Bro, these boys over here eating sandwiches, bro, having flies on us. And bro, still eating, bro. I'm like, God damn, what? Like Africa, dog. Shit like a third world country over there, dog.
And it was cool with it, dog. They didn't even notice it.
No, I said, boy. Boy, these boys over here slapping at flies and stuff, dog. Calling them, no more flies in my kingdom, dog.
Wow.
You a nasty boy.
It was in a nasty bag, dog, for sure.
It don't mean a thing, because Drew's a nasty boy. Nasty boy, dog.
God, the couch was musty, dog. Them boys was getting it in, dog. Them boys was getting it in, dog.
Not musty.
Hey,
oh, I'm dead.
No cap, dog. I went to my homeboy's house, dog. You know, you go to your homeboy's house, they give you like a cover to sleep on.
You talking about Drew? You talking about Drew's crib again?
No.
All right.
I went to my homeboy's crib.
Y'all did.
Now, as a man, dog, you don't ever bring your blanket to your homeboy's crib when you spend the night, dog. Like, that don't even look right, right? Like, I ain't showing up with my blanket to my homeboy's crib, dog. That's not happening. So I show up to the crib, and I'm sleeping. He's like, yo, you need a blanket to sleep on? I'm like, yeah, I need it, bro. Hook me up. Dog, this dude give me a blanket, dog. I smell that shit. Like you know that wind come over you? So I start smelling myself like, I smell like fucking piss right now, dude.
Oh my God.
So I smell the cover. I'm like, yo, this cover smells like piss. What the fuck is going on, dog? It's all my bad, dog. Like, my kids slept on it. I'm like,
He watched this with
like, The kids don't live with you, dog.
Bro, whoever getting that off, dog, blaming on your kids, that's crazy, dog. You can't get that off, dog.
He definitely pissed in his blanket, dog, trying to get that shit, dog. Never again. So if I show up to one of y'all cribs with a blanket, just know it's from that situation, dog. And he asked me if I was gonna sleep on it. Another one? I'm like, nah, I don't want another one, dog. So I did one of these, dog.
You childish.
Had to go one of those, dog. I'm not taking another blanket for you, my brother. Fuck out of here. Fuck you. Clean your shit, B.
But
Yo, that's funny, dog. That's funny.
Oh, man. So let me ask y'all a question, dog. It's going to be random, Cashe. I'm going to start with you. Would you rather go to prison for a year or be in a coma for a year?
Be in a coma for a year.
Okay, no. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Let's switch it up. One got to go. We're going to start from the top. Prison for a year, a coma for a year, or be paralyzed for a year.
Ooh. And you said one got to go?
Like the first one got to go.
What kind of shit? What the fuck? Because I'm really sitting here like, paralyzed, like, I'm not cool with that. I'm going to just be honest. Like, I'd be problematic. I'm not with that. Like,
What's up?
Parents to the people that, living that life. But
wait, is it waist down or neck down?
That is a good one, That is a good one.
Yeah, waist down?
Yeah.
That's still tough.
Right. Like, why couldn't it just be like maybe like no feeling in my legs? Like, could it just be like something like that?
Like, how we gonna do this one gotta go? Like, we're gonna do like the how we gonna do it? Are we gonna pick one that we'd rather have?
Yeah, one that I'd rather have.
Okay. Let's just do it that way. Which one would you do?
I'll be in the coma, dog. But think about
a coma for a year? Y'all boys tripping.
I've been in a coma for a year. Like, I'm in the hospital. I'm cool. I'm plugged up to whatever machines. They watching me. I'm good.
Yeah, pretty.
I'm playing in my dreams. I'm good.
Wake me up in a year. I'm good. I can take a long nap.
Just for real. Like, it's nothing.
No, I'm sleep for a year.
That sounds like a vacation for me. No, like, I'm good.
I think I might be taking it paralyzed for a year, though.
But you
from the waist down.
But Cashe, you got a kid though. So that one, we all know a lot can happen in 1 year for a kid.
My dad got the kid, okay? My dad has.
You're gonna miss it though for a year. At least you can see, hey, what's up, man?
I didn't hit some pretty developmental milestones already. Like, I ain't missed nothing too big.
Listen, if the year would have been 2020, we all would have took the coma.
Facts.
We all wake me up in 2021. I'm good.
Hey, side note, how long y'all think this coronavirus is gonna last?
Wow.
2020 is a wash. Mid 2021.
Yeah.
It's all gonna come back.
Yeah, because what they're saying is, from what I saw, is like when flu season comes back around, like October, like basically they're expecting like for another wave, like another shutdown.
You know, it's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy to say that because like I looked at our school calendar. They have us taking off for like a week in October. Like they already know it's gonna hit. So they got like a week off designated in October. But back to this prison. I can't do prison person. I'm not built for prison. I'll be honest with you. It's too much. The food is probably terrible. They got booty snatchers up in there. I'm like 180 pounds.
People on the outside forget about you. Like, I looked at it holistically because, my brothers be in and out. People gonna stop putting money on your books. People gonna not answer the phone. It's gonna be sad. I ain't got time for that.
So talking about, if I'm Muslim, I should be good in prison, though, right? Nobody gonna mess with me, right? That's what a Muslim does in prison, dog.
You gotta get down with the nation, dog.
Yeah. Like, you still gotta find the right associations, and that still don't necessarily mean nothing. Like,
yo, y'all remember Prison Song with Q-Tip?
Yeah.
Like, yo, just calm down, bro. Chill.
Why you always doing it?
It's so sad. Like,
yo, what the fuck, man? Why you do that for, man? Why?
Bro, I told y'all this before. If I ever go to prison, change my name to Drew Hamid. Day one, dog. My name is Drew Hamid Abdul Rahim, dog.
Go away.
First day. No, first day. I need protection. I need protection. I need protection, dog. I'm too little. I'm too little to be in prison, dog. I need protection.
I'd rather have something.
Boy, calm your ass down. You ain't going tomorrow, boy. Calm your ass down.
Nah, bro.
Cause you gotta be in a gang. You gotta be associated with something, dog. Cause you get shanked, bro. But I heard prison's not really like. I heard they like sensationalize it like for Hollywood. I heard it's like really. I ain't trying to find out, but I heard it's like not really that bad like they make it seem.
I ain't taking no risk.
It depends.
I'm gonna go right to the prison calendar and be like, "Where's the Nation of Islam interest meeting? I need to.
Go away.
Who do I need to talk to?"
Hey, I'm gonna walk in that shit like a G, dog. I'm gonna think it till I make it. Who the fuck? I'm gonna see like the.
You ain't doing that shit. Knock it
I'm
off.
gonna punch this shit, dog. I'm gonna punch this motherfucking shit.
They gonna spun your ass real quick.
Find the biggest dude, dog, and bust him right and shit.
Right in the shit, so niggas know. What time it is.
That shit don't work.
Fucking looking at me
For
right
real,
now.
nigga, like, nigga, you watch too much TV.
That does not.
What the fuck you think this is?
What is he looking at right? What the fuck is this motherfucker?
Yeah, Jarvis gonna get that off. Oh, nigga, say you want some of my tater tots, nigga? Get that off, dog.
Yeah.
They ain't let you get that off in prison, dog.
I don't want to find out, dog. I don't want to find out at all. I ain't never.
You know, ask me tater tots in prison, dog, is crazy, dog. A nigga ask for tater tots in prison is wild.
Dog, look, dog. I never did a crime before in my life. I ain't trying to go to prison, bro. At all.
That's real.
Only way I'll go to prison behind my kids.
That's real.
That's it, bro. That's it. Like I can be in a relationship and I can come in on my wife cheating on me. Okay, you got it. Cool. It's not worth me going to prison, bro. Straight up. And that's another topic let me write that down. That's a topic for next week, dog. Like, would you go to prison behind your wife cheating on you? Because I had a he called his wife cheating on him, and he okay, cool, you got it. He left. He was good with it, so
I don't get it. Yeah.
Come on, in the act?
Yeah. We know him. So I'll tell you off pod. You know him.
Yeah, we gotta edit that. That's edit.
No, we ain't. He said he dapped homeboy up too. Not in the middle of it, but when he saw him in person. Now that's wild. Like somebody like.
No, you're not getting that off. You're not getting that off.
Right, like that. Nah.
Hey, daddy.
Nah.
But
Well, he was thanking him. He was thanking him for showing his wife's true colors. What you mean?
You're not getting that off with me. You're not getting that off.
So look,
He might have got him out of a toxic relationship. It might have been a blessing.
yeah. Listen, there's blessings on blessings on blessings. Like Cashe, would you, if you in a relationship, you posted like all your pictures in your relationship, you take pictures off social media?
Yeah. But I don't post. That's another reason why you don't post, because who wants to go back through that of deleting stuff? Like, I don't have time for that.
It took me like a few weeks, dog, to delete all my pictures. And still all not deleted. I'm like, where'd this folder come from, dog? Like,
it took me like 2 minutes because I had literally only posted the dude twice. Click, click.
I don't think I ever seen anyone even back in college, I don't think I ever like physically seen anyone you were dealing with.
Cause it's not your business.
Facts.
I like the way that she's thinking. I like that.
Right? Like, I hate people. And it's funny because, on the internet, supposedly women who think like me don't have women friends when I have a gang of women friends. Like, it's just, social media is performative, period. And who has time for that? Because if you're curating this image that you want people to have when they see you, you got to maintain that motherfucker. And I'm just being honest. I can't. I'm not a person that could keep up the charade. So it's like, why even put yourself in that position? And a lot of people like to cast judgments. Like, why am I going to put myself or my relationship out there for your scrutiny and your judgments? Like, I don't need to please you. Like, I don't need you to validate how I handle my relationship.
Yeah.
Some people like that lovey-dovey shit. I don't. So I'm not about to tell you about it. You like, girl, your man don't love you because y'all don't go out. Bitch, I don't want to go out. Like, I'm happy at home.
I like that. I feel that on it. I feel it. That's on it right there.
Yeah, that's
like, it's crazy. And then complain about people in their business. You left the door open, boo. Like,
my thing is like it's crazy to navigate when one person is on social media more than the other. That's when things get tricky. You know, yeah.
It's definitely
So I told you how we end this. What y'all been on?
So me, I've been recently listening to Tiana Taylor's album, which is fire. That shit is like, it might be R&B album of the year so far. So far, from what I've heard, it's true. I don't think you haven't heard it yet. It's up there. So Jarvis, me and Jarvis talking about it earlier. Jarvis said it has a lot of tracks, which it does. But I still think the quality of the tracks are very good. We always knew that Tiana Taylor was talented. However, she was on Good Music, wasn't marketed very well. Now she's independent and she's doing her thing. So shout out to her. So my song for the week is gonna be Low Key, featuring Erykah Badu. Love that track, dope track. Y'all check that out.
All right. So what I've been on, dog? I went down like a rabbit hole on like YouTube. I've been on YouTube. So I've been on that heavy. So you heard of Dane Calloway?
Yeah.
So basically, Dane Calloway believes that most of the slaves from the country were like Aboriginals, were here first. So on that, I watched something on YouTube called The Human Zoo, bro. Check this out. In this documentary, white people, like this, like shortly after slavery, white people have black people in a cage, dog, in a zoo, and they'll come around. It's like, like scholars from Harvard and Princeton, like looking at it because they say, based on teachings that Africans were closely related to like monkeys, and basically they had them in the zoo with like monkeys and gorillas, dog.
That's crazy.
Crazy, bro. Like I was watching it and I was so pissed off that I had to cut it off, bro. I had to cut it off. So, but check it out if y'all. It's called The Human Zoo. It's in St. Louis, Missouri. So check it out. It was going to Africa, like getting Africans from tribes and coming to St. Louis and putting them in cages, studying them.
Damn.
So I've been on that. Love at First Sight. I've been watching that. I'm on my little cheesy action shows. And the Tiana Taylor album. It is dope, but for me, I can't deal with a 24-track album now. Like, hit me with a quick 10, so I can vibe out with. But 24 is too much. They were all good songs, but after a while, it's like I got ADD, bro.
Yeah, but come on now. I'm not. Chris Brown can drop 43 tracks on a damn album. Y'all be saying that shit is fire. And
it's Chris Brown though.
Chris
Brown could do that.
Chris Brown, but Chris Brown's last fucking album had 43 tracks, and that shit. Some of them just was fire.
Yeah, but out of 40, probably 30 of them were good.
Oh, that's debatable. Yeah. But go ahead.
For me.
Debatable. But go ahead. I'll let you get that off.
And my song for the week is "Wake Up, Love."
Yeah.
With Tiana Taylor. So me and Jorel both gonna do Tiana. Pause.
Dang, boy. Both of y'all? Dang.
Tough.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and go. So in terms, so I watched the new Spike Lee movie, The Five Bloods. Watched that joint over the weekend. That joint was I liked it. I mean, it's long, but I thought it was a pretty good movie. So definitely check that out.
Hey, yo, watch your mouth, son.
Yeah, watch your mouth, son. I want to cut you off, but it's long? Really? That's what we're doing right now? Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You like it long, don't you? Oh.
You guys need to grow up, man.
Sorry.
Anyway, but yeah, this is definitely a good movie. I would definitely encourage y'all to check it out. Like I said,
what is it about?
It's about a group of black soldiers from the Vietnam War, and they're basically they're older now, and they go back to Vietnam to try to find one of their friends that died in the war. They're trying to find his remains, and they're also trying to find some gold that they buried in Vietnam as well. So it's it flashes back to when they were in the war and then back to present day. So, but that's basically what it's about.
Oh, that's dope. I'm gonna check that out.
But it's Spike Lee, so there's a lot of real history in it, cut in between the movie. They talk a lot about real African American soldiers that were in Vietnam War and things that they've done. So I thought it was dope. So I would definitely check it out. In terms of music, I haven't heard the Tiana Taylor album yet, so I'll definitely check that out this week. If y'all both saying it's good. Let's see. For my song, I don't want to mess up the vibe. So I'm gonna go. A few episodes ago, I talked about Che Crew. He's one of my favorite R&B artists. He had like 2 projects this year, but he also just dropped a new single a couple of weeks ago called "Freaky Ho." So definitely check that out.
We talking about black women feeling protected. You gonna drop a song called "Freaky Ho"?
What do you mean? What's wrong? What's wrong? A black woman can be whoever she wants to be. What's wrong with that, Jarvis? What's wrong? You gonna tell a woman what she can be and what she can't?
First of all, this gonna be a Pop Enough podcast.
Tear down the patriarchy.
But I don't like the term hoe. I think the term hoe was made to make women feel bad about having sexual relations. So we'll talk about it on another podcast.
Like the rebuttal. Y'all boys going in. I like that rebuttal though.
Cash, what you think? She's the woman. She gets the last say.
Right. It sounds like bullshit. That's what it sounds like. If a woman want to be a hoe, she can be a hoe. She could identify with hoe, slut, broad, tramp. It's her choice. Okay.
My thing is what class?
How you gonna tell a woman how to feel?
She is the woman. You cannot combat this.
I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Sorry, Queen. Sorry. So what you been on, Cash?
So mine is gonna be, on part of the course. Of course, City Girls, Start Believe, JT's Free. And honestly, I did not anticipate them being able to put together that long of an album just about scamming niggas, but they did it. And they did it flawlessly. It was beautiful.
I haven't heard that stuff.
It jammed. The second album, what was that? Girl Code, wasn't that hot. It wasn't hot as City Girls. But this latest album, I forgot the name of it, For the City Girls, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
But honestly, it was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
It's real good. My main song I've been on is Pussy Talks. I know right now we're not feeling Doja Cat because she was in the racial chat room showing feet, but the girl floated on her verse. She floated. Okay?
Doja Cat did?
Doja floated on the track. I was like, damn, girl, you could do that on the side. Just don't let us know no more because I ain't ready to let you go. Like, just.
Oh, man.
Hey.
Do something on the side.
Cash, we appreciate you for joining us for today's podcast. You came through in the cut. There's always gonna be love on my end, But for everyone else, when you're watching us, we at work, we appreciate you. And we out. All right.